And
Fuck did
I
she do
just
that?
found out, they had a secret group chat. And they all removed certain people from that group chat because they said people are going to run back and tell East what's going on in here. Then remember Sammy Jane's fucking collective chaos Discord?
That I never joined because I didn't trust her? Yes.
You know, everybody got removed from that Discord.
Yeah. Well, when? How long ago was that?
Long time ago.
When December the 31st on my son's birthday, when I got into it with Aaron D.
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think that she just got tired of all the shit because like people were coming after her
No,
mama.
no, they literally got removed because there's still one person in there.
Who got?
Everybody got removed because that's where Aaron D put all her fucking live recordings of the other side in.
Yes. And it wasn't a matter, I'll rephrase my statement. It wasn't a matter of me not trusting Sammy
That's
Jane.
not. That wasn't
It was
Sammy
because
Jane.
it was because her mom was setting up the account and it was just like weird
Huh?
vibes and I didn't feel
Sammy
comfortable.
Jane's Discord is still there. It's
Yeah,
the
it's not
other one that
Sammy.
we got removed from.
It's another one.
No, I've been removed from Sammy James.
Well, I'm
I'm
still,
still in there. There ain't nothing in
I'm
there.
still in Sammy's too.
Yeah.
I got
So
Yeah, there ain't
removed. I
nothing
was
in there
the only they
that
put
I
me
can
they
see.
only yeah, they removed you from the fucking channels, dude.
Well, hmm. Well, I ain't tripping. I don't go on there anyway.
Yeah, I don't care either. But you got removed from all the fucking channels.
I know I got removed from the other Discord. I know that.
how many
They literally
discords are
said that.
there?
It literally said they were removing you from one of the chats because you was going to come back and tell me what they put in there about me.
You goddamn right.
He's the first one to go, at least for me.
I'm most loyal motherfucker. Fuck that.
I know that's
So
So
why I said
y'all
don't
doing
live
shit
here.
like that, I ain't got time for you. Get the fuck
Yeah,
up
that's
out
what
of
I'm
here.
saying. If I'm fighting with fucking East, I'm definitely removing Ricky first because he's fucking loyal.
yeah, he is. He's
Quick
loyal.
as fuck.
That's why I always. That's why I was telling
Nothing
Renee and
bad.
all them fucking people shit when they were trying to fucking call out Ricky for fucking saying this, that, and the third. When I know damn well
Ricky's my
that's
fucking
not how he
folks, dude.
moves.
I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck
I like
how it
brother and
go.
sister at this point because y'all are the same affiliation. But nonetheless, so
Got me
okay,
fucked up.
so Aaron D's blocked.
Me too.
Sam's
When it
blocked,
come to
but
Ricky
Aaron
D,
D comes
Ricky, you
back,
got
and
me fucked up.
then she's blocked again, and then she mysteriously comes back again. What happened with
Yes.
Veronica?
So then, let me tell you. So I had somebody recording my live, so I said, cut it because I wanted the comments. So I said, cut it, send me that recording. Magically, Veronica
It
comes in my
slid
chat,
right in. Slid
slid right
right
in.
in.
Listen, then Aaron D comes in. Then I'll block Aaron D. And then Veronica comes back in and Aaron D's back in. And then when I blocked her again and then I removed access from Veronica of blocking and muting. Fucking, she comes back in this bitch. How many times have y'all ever seen Veronica in our live at night?
Never. Not that I
Not unless
remember.
it's like
It don't take a
Anything
fucking
earlier.
rocket scientist to figure out who removed Aaron D. When you have to come in my chat to go in my mod list and remove her.
Yeah.
Slid
She's
right
fucking
in when
volatile.
why were they here? Because they really thought Augie and fucking GOP were fixing to really argue and break up in this fucking live. I do believe that.
What
I
the
really hope
fuck
so.
is going on with that shit? What is it
That
in their
man,
So
fucking
I'm over here
business?
silent, watching the replay, and I'm looking at this shit happen in real fucking time. And then she goes to argue with me and tell me she didn't do it. There's only
Veronica.
two people that even there was only two people that would even remotely come close to that, and one of them never came in my live tonight. Hasn't watched my live in 13 fucking days.
hey, listen, GOP just asked me to put his fucking social and birth certificate in my safe. All right, well, he's not going nowhere.
I'm just saying
somebody
that's what
hasn't
they thought.
watched her
That's why
live
she was
in
coming in here to
13
record
days.
it because they like GOP and they hate Augie, and they've said that multiple times.
Bro.
That's just sad.
I mean,
They were fixing to come in here and bask in glory because they thought they were fixing to break up in real fucking time.
That's really fucking lame as fuck, dude. And that's because
All I
we
said
all
was,
so respectfully apologized for any
and
type
all I
of.
said was to keep his little foot out of his mouth so that way he doesn't
And they say it was somebody
break up
else. I
a
know what you're pointing to.
relationship.
I trust She Wolf with everything, dude. So I know she did
Absolutely.
not do that. And I know that's
No.
what she was
She
getting
Wolf
at,
wouldn't
bitch.
get
So get
like
the fuck out of here.
She
She
Wolf
Wolf
wouldn't get into shit
does
like
not
that.
fucking move like that. She is
I
fucking
talked to She Wolf off
1000%
this app.
loyal.
I trust her
Yes.
100%.
No, she's never done that.
It wasn't me because I
She's
was
never
sleeping.
even said a fucking cross word
I
about
already
you. She
knew
loves
there
you.
was,
I mean, she
listen,
is
what y'all
solid.
The
don't
shitty
know
part.
is I will tell
Oh, hi,
y'all
Sheila.
privately, but I set something up in that chat 6 days ago on purpose, and somebody took what was in that chat. Sabrina called me and said, "Who the fuck can we not trust in here?" And I said, "I know they leaked it." She said, "Yes, they fucking did." I didn't. None of y'all know about that.
You know the shitty part?
So there was
I
an
actually
Easter
kind of
egg
like
left.
Veronica.
Yes,
I love Veronica.
Was
I
it
a
love
left on
fake Easter egg.
purpose?
Yes.
Good. And so do you know who did it then?
Two people. There is only two people that would have ever done that. That whole group chat. You got to think who's in that group chat. Go look. One of them just removed herself. The other one's still there. You would figure it out yourself. They came in with Aaron D and Army Sam, and they fucking left with them. I'm not stupid, dude.
Veronica.
I'm not new to this shit.
No, you're not. Yeah, it was Veronica.
You stay there. You
For the
stay there
record.
and watch this
Oh my
shit.
god! You know what I forgot? I forgot that the person that I found out about Paris's Shrine of Austin's personal information in Telegram that only she could post in, and 16 people were there, like that got to see all of it. Okay, so Sam, Army Sam, told me and verified that Paris did have that fucking Telegram.
Wow.
For the record,
I
no,
already
I would
knew.
not do anything to
I
East.
know she
No.
will.
Oh,
I
girl,
know.
I might
there's
hurt.
there's
I might
never
hurt
a
somebody.
fucking flicker of a
I'm-
question.
I might hurt somebody over East, but I'm not going to do
Yeah,
anything to East.
Yeah,
definitely.
very much same.
Oh, I
But
know it
you
wasn't you,
also would
Sheena. I know who
never.
it was. I watched it in real time in my life. I watched the comments.
Well,
I know.
She would never be okay with someone saying like those
I
horrible
don't
things
pull
about me
anybody
ever.
unless y'all say it.
Don't matter how mad she gets at me. There's no fucking way she will let any of us get away with saying anything like that at all.
No,
She Wolf,
no,
even
ma'am.
in
So
lives.
since we're talking, you know who got triggered by it? Because Beverly did. Beverly got triggered by the comments in the chat, and that's why the fuck I went off.
What were
I wasn't paying any fucking attention of what Army Sam was, and that's because Beverly has a huge heart. It's not because she was friends with Augie. It's because she don't like to see nasty shit like that.
It was
So
very
She's kind.
vulgar. It was
that's
very,
why I went the fuck off on Army Sam. Is because it triggered Beverly.
yeah.
She's kind-hearted.
But then, like at the same time, Craig even called you and was like, "You need to fucking read what the fuck's being said." And that's when like East like paid attention. Was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like if Beverly and Craig both are like saying, "Hey, what the fuck?" There's a
Yeah, no shit.
problem.
Yeah, it was taken to an extreme level of
And
disgust.
then she went over there and told she went up Aaron she made a post saying that I called Craig and made this like weird post that I called Craig crying. No, Craig woke me up on my son's birthday and said, "Hey, what are you doing, girl?" I said, "I'm
No,
still asleep." He said,
he
"You
was
need to get
already in
up."
the chat long before you ever got
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, he said, but she made a post saying that I called Craig. No, Craig called. He said, "Man, you need to get in that group chat." He said, "What?" And I told him exactly what happened. He said, "It's even though he wasn't talking to Augie, he says it's fucking gross."
It is.
I
It
mean,
was.
all
It was
all
too
he
much.
said was, all he said was he texted me when he found out I was in the hospital, and he was like, "I knew something was wrong with you, girl." He was like, "I tried to get through to you," and I said, "I know GFP won't let me forget it," and then he said, "I love y'all," and we said, "We love you too," and then next thing I know, like the whole group chat thing. But Brooke, the reason why she was going so hard on me is because I've known Army Sam for fucking years. I know too much about Sam and fucking Aaron D that they don't get now.
I'll tell you, Augie,
Maybe I've got
when all that shit blew
some
up,
weird train of thought.
Craig, without any knowledge, any idea coming from me, I didn't think that he would do that. I mean, he's done it before, but here and there for big situations or whatnot. Not even pertaining to me really, but since this one did, he took the time out of his day to call me and tell me, what he knew in his heart was going on with you, because he's been around you long enough, and his heart was absolutely in the right place, and he wanted me to understand, that this is what he believed it was, and he was 1,000% fucking right. And when he explained it to me, I understood it, and I was like, okay, I get it. I totally get it.
I feel bad because this is my first time that people have had to see me in a full blown losing my shit meltdown, and I just felt like everybody expected me to just have it together because I've just held it together for so long, and then I already felt bad because people were reaching out because they knew that my benefits and shit was getting attacked, and people were offering and all this stuff, and I just didn't want to admit that they were they had fucked with me. I just didn't want to admit that it was affecting me, and then I just I told GOP, it was a 10-minute situation where this all happened in 10 minutes, where I just completely have never felt like this before in my life. I've never never lost consciousness for 10 minutes and fucking raged out. I've never done anything like this ever. And so I mean, looking back on it, my behavior probably was really shitty because I was already trying to shut everybody out, and it was the wrong way. And I feel bad because I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that I'm blaming my BPD, because it's not okay to blame mental health and shit, but I should have told y'all what was actually going on.
I'll
because
tell
y'all
you
were my
though,
boss and you did care about
girl,
me.
don't feel bad for it. That's not something that spiraled out of control for
No.
a situation
I will
that happened
say
to
this,
you,
Augie.
and it was just
Yes,
a
I
fucking,
wish you would've
a
said
domino effect. But I'm telling you, Craig called me and he fucking was in full support of what was happening, and he told me, Sassy, I need you to hear what I'm telling you. I have seen this type, not this severe, but this type of pattern when Augie's going through this type of thing, and she had told me, I'm gonna back off and step away, this and that, and he said, no, the fuck you're not after all the shit we've been through together. And he was so kind, and had your best interest at heart. And it made me take a step back and realize, because I didn't know. I had no fucking idea what was going on. I just thought everybody was fucking wilding out and turning against each other. And here we go with our group splitting up again. And, it just felt it hurt.
It felt like I had relapsed off of drugs. It was that kind of shame. I didn't want, I know I could have told y'all, I was on the phone with Craig and East and GOP for fucking hours upon hours every day and would not tell them. And there was no reason why I should have done that. But it felt it literally was the same shame of having to tell somebody that you relapsed on drugs. It was I just could not bring myself to do it. And then even when I told GOP, I didn't tell him over the phone. I didn't even tell him at first, the whole situation. Fucking MJ did. But I had texted him and told him I lost it and I'm in the hospital, and that's all he knew. And then he asked me if I tried to hurt myself, and I told him no originally. And then MJ broke it to him. And I don't know, it was just weird. There was just I just couldn't bring myself to admit what was going on.
I know there was people in the chat that were more concerned about I don't know, just certain things that happen in the chat or whatever. But I think everybody has had time to adjust and either decide whether they're going to be a good human being or allow bygones to be bygones, or chalk up, is this really a serious thing that I have to have hatred or disdain for somebody, or can I come to an understanding on a human level? It took one call from East to tell me that you were coming out that day, or you'd just gotten out, and just to kind of see how I felt about things. And I was like, listen, because I knew nothing of what was going on, she did not fill me in. I still do not know, or do not need to know, the intricate details of what happened. East has never said anything to me. If she knows or doesn't know, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you
Right,
never
that's
have
why
to
I
explain
know.
it to me. I have made it crystal fucking clear that I will never say anything negative about you again, ever, based on the
Well,
fact that
no,
I
because
didn't
I need to
know,
get my ass
I
rubbed
didn't know the
again.
situation, and I,
No,
Yeah,
it's
no, if
fine.
she's
And
I
like
put
I
a
know
lot of
that
guilt
like
for
I
her
feel
ass.
bad.
Mm-mm.
Well, I feel bad
No, if
because
she's
like
doing
the way
something
that
dumb,
all
I'll
of
tell her.
y'all. Yeah, I always expect she will have to tell me. That's why, like, whenever I know she was going to be like disappointing me, I do it with y'all. I avoid them. I do it with Miss Connie too because like y'all read into my soul and tell me, and I know
Shit,
I'm
See,
not.
when
that's me.
GOP called me to tell me that Augie, was having issues, I just prayed with him and then he kept saying, I'm all right. I was like, dude, are you really okay? And then I kind of cried and I said, dude, I don't care if we argued. I said, I really do love the girl and I'm sorry that y'all are going through this. And then Augie called me the day she got out of the hospital and it was like, I didn't care what happened between me and Augie at that point.
Right.
We
I told
both did.
Augie that. I said, I don't care what happened between us at that point. I'm sorry.
A
Like,
human
GOP had
life
told
is
me
a
that her
human
fucking
life.
GOP told me in the hospital. He was like, I talked to East, and I was like, how's she doing? And he said, well, she's in the hospital. Her kidneys are failing. I said, tell her I'll give her one. He was like, would you really? I said, yeah. And then that's when he told me. He was like, she cried a little bit when I told her. I said, stop it. I was like,
because
tell
I
her
have
to
a
let me
heart.
talk.
I
Yes.
care
Yeah, and I
about
was like,
people.
tell her, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, what people don't realize is like the people that me and GOP told all like a good amount of what actually fucking happened has still not even made it on this app.
Yeah,
Like at
because
all.
No,
you knew that
I
you
would
could
never
Yeah,
tell nobody.
trust
That's
the
not my
people that you
business.
told.
exactly.
That's the way
Exactly. That's
I
why
am.
I
If
feel
somebody
bad.
tells me
But
something,
Army Sam and them made it look like I was out telling her business, but that's not how it was.
no,
I was
because I
literally
don't
trying to,
even know
like, dude,
East.
I thought, like, these people can't have a black heart. They're on our side. That was my thought. They're not
Yeah,
completely black hearted.
I knew exactly why you
But
said what you said.
she is like that, really.
Yeah.
No matter what you told her, none of it made her feel bad. Nothing.
No, she just kept with the fucking horrendous fucking attacks. And I'm like, listen, if you don't like somebody to that magnitude, hey, if you want to go off and pop off one time or whatever, say what you got to say and then fucking exit.
Well,
Exit. But
when I
don't
first
put
saw
somebody's life in jeopardy
And
all
Ricky was
over
like, you
again.
talk shit. Yeah, you talk shit, dude, but nobody told her to go finish the fucking job she started. That's sick.
that message get leaked, I'm not glad. Like I was fucking mad. I was like so mad at everybody. I was
You did
with
not say
GOP,
anything sick, Ricky.
and I didn't say
No, you
nothing.
didn't.
I avoided being on TikTok until I was right because like I was just angry, but then I looked at it and then I found out shit that was being
Nothing I
said, and
don't
I was
say
like,
to
I
her.
know exactly why the fuck she's
Exactly.
mad.
Right?
You're not sick like that, Ricky.
Yeah,
No,
Ricky, I
he's
know you
not.
don't like me, but I know that you would never fucking say that shit about me ever.
No, he's not going to
You're
come
not
on here
sick
and
like that.
fucking
And
take
that's when
digs
I
at you
realized, I
like
said,
that.
damn, they're on the wrong. I said, dude, they are not on the right side of TikTok. And Craig laughed and was like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, they belong on the other side.
No, I
And
said
Craig was
about
like, I agree with you. I
I
was
said like
like, dude,
5
what's up?
different times. I was like, I'm never going to come on here and I'm knowing what I know now, which is just the little bit of information that I heard you in other lives talk about, knowing what I know now. And I even told East, like, how come you didn't tell me? She said, it's not my story to tell, Sass. It's not my story to tell. And I said, well, I will never bring myself to ask Augie because to be honest, it's none of my business. If she ever wants to talk to me,
It's
I'll
not
always
my
be here
story
for
to
her.
tell.
And
That
I
is
know
I
she
didn't
her
would
want
be
to.
here for
story.
me,
I still
but
didn't do like I still haven't shared like it publicly because the thing is like y'all have to keep in mind Sam. literally was bragging about getting me to that point, right? And I'm not trying to give them a fucking trophy.
No, but I
to
said this
celebrate.
to everybody. I said,
not
guys, she
be real, it's not
fucking
our
called it. She said she's not gonna go and fucking press charges on Booze or get a one up on him in court. Fucking Sam said by the 18th of fucking November, when that first court date was supposed to happen, I was like, she said that Augie was gonna be the one losing her kid and ending up in a fucking mental hospital. Look around.
That, but like she said that when I went to New Jersey in November that I would be the one going to jail and getting my son taken from me, and I was like, you're a fucking idiot. But the thing is, the reason why like I changed my mind was because first of all, that was the wake up call that Booze needed to realize something was fucking wrong. Like he thought that I was like really like this piece of shit mom because of what was being sent to him, which I didn't know what was going on and being sent to him like at all by Tracy and Sam, like at all.
Yeah, I didn't
Until
know
that shit went down, and then GOP got us on the phone, and because Booze was like, "There's an issue because if you're getting on a fucking flight and you're that serious, then." He was like, something's up. Well, then Sam tries to make it seem like he was going to continue to push off the court hearing just to fuck with me. And then they were telling him that they were going to send me proof of shit that he was doing to help me in court, which they would never fucking do because they don't have anything. So then Booze gave me everything. And when I saw like everything, y'all, it was fucking gross. I'm talking about shit that they had like fucking innocent fucking videos that they manipulated to make it look like I was really doing stuff to my kid. It was fucking horrible. Like it was gross shit. And that's why I changed my tune. And because the prosecutor said, and I have the fucking call that I have with the prosecutor. He said, I don't think that Booze is like the person, or he said, I didn't think John is the actual person that you're gonna want because even if we do something, it's not gonna stop what's going on because it's someone else, and y'all need to talk about it. And then that's when GOP put us all on the phone together, and we talked about it. And then, yeah.
So from that,
that's what happened.
Army Sam knew like enough of the fact that you were back on the app. You know, there was whispers from the other side about, you know, their foul ass opinions. And she was already talking to these women, which I didn't know that either. Most of us, besides, I think East was the only one that really noticed that Army Sam had been talking to them for a period of time. Nobody else really knew. But for her to continue to come on and say the horrendous things that she was saying back to back to back to back to back in the fucking chat for fucking every time she had a chance to, they just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And I was like, this shit is not gonna fucking end well. But I also am gonna stand and I'm gonna say that no matter what happens, I am never gonna fucking speak about Augie, you know, in a derogatory manner and expect, you know, to be able to lay my head down on a pillow at night and hope that, you know, I'm not just contributing to, you know, hurting her.
That's why I didn't want people to find out. I don't want to be treated any different.
Like, right. But you know, also like, it's human fucking decency. You know, if you don't like somebody and you have to say such terrible things about them, you know, like I said, spill what the fuck you got to say and then bounce. Why continue to come into this live and say those type of things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again?
Because she knows, like, okay, so she needed her and Aaron D, and I'm gonna give East the proof of this shit, but like they needed me a lot. And like what bothers me is not because I've never been that close to Army Sam. I was like very close to her fiance. Like me and him were best friends. He helped me with my final fucking project in school for right before graduation, and I got an A and an email from my teacher talking about how fucking great my project was. Like me and this man, we were fucking tight. Like we've done all of us have done like some amazing shit together. That's like a fucking historical case that's going to be making case law, right? Like me, Army Sam, and her fiance helped pull that off. Like there's a lot of shit that I fucking know, and they really wanted to use me. And when they found out that I wasn't going to be their like fucking pawn to manipulate others into doing shit for them, like they didn't like it. They hated it, and that's what this is. Like this is, I expected from Army Sam, but what I didn't like is how she fucking. Oh wow, Sheena, you know who it is? That's crazy. He taught me everything I know. You taught me everything I fucking know. But like, what bothered me was the same week that I got released, like she's over here trolling fucking GOP, talking shit about me, and like trying to tell him like I should have succeeded in unaliving myself and shit, and that bothered me because
That's
he fucking went
horrible.
off. Like he finally went off on it on her,
Yeah.
and that's when I came in the box and I cussed her out, and then I left.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's really it's not something anybody should ever be wishing on somebody or telling them that they should have succeeded. That to me is beyond what my personal boundaries are with other people in any capacity when it comes to somebody's life or emotional or mental health or anything like that. I've suffered with anxiety, depression since I was 15 years old. I'm 43 now. I've been through some shit too where I ain't wanted to be here and all that. So I can understand on a human level and a mother level. What happened to you was not okay. I'll never be okay with it. And I felt like I needed to retract anything that I ever said negative. Yes, I was angry, but it didn't. This was all pre-knowledge of anything that was going on. But still,
it wasn't anything that y'all like really said or did that like really got me there. Because this shit has been going on way before. Like we were mad at each other and we all said mean words. I'm fine with that. It's the real life shit that these people have been like fucking doing to me for so goddamn long that just made me just fucking lose it for a minute. Like it's been a hell of a year, and I think that I don't think that I really took the time to like realize that what was going on wasn't right, and like heal from it because shit's been pretty traumatizing, and I just was in denial.
So now Veronica is upset and has been using mod powers to allow Aaron D to be unblocked a number of times to continue to come in the chat and do fucked shit is the story of what's
Yeah, because
happening.
like Ace had said, why is Aaron D in here? Block that bitch. Well, then like a couple hours later, I noticed her slide, and I said, why the fuck is Aaron D back in here, bitch? Are
It
you
wasn't
fucking
even a
blocked?
couple hours later. It
Yeah,
was
it was like
literally
maybe
like
an
20,
hour.
30 minutes later.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I was holding her in queue. I was waiting for East to tell me what she wanted me to do. But I got something to say real quick. Little
Don't
Miss
make me clash
Augie.
you up.
Little Miss Augie. And that brat above you, Brittany Cheyenne. You too. No matter how irritated I can get with you two. And I do get irritated with both of you. And I will tell you when I am, and you know that. No matter how angry I've been with the two of you, I have never stopped praying for both of you. And I never will. No matter how many stupid things that might come out of either one of you. I've raised 6 kids.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do stupid things. That's how you learn.
Yep.
But you got to learn from it.
Yeah.
This is why I avoid you, Sheila, because I know, like, you know that I'm messing up. And so I just avoid you so I don't have to hear it. I do love you.
I love you too.
But it's such she's full of wisdom, kindness, love.
No, like she's one of the few women that can read through my bullshit.
Yes. Yeah, she's and she's never ever questioned one fucking thing that East has done in my presence in a private life or anything like that. And I love Sheila for that.
That's not exactly true. That's not exactly true. Let's have a confession time. When East first come on the scene with Craig, I didn't know who the hell she was, and I was a little standoffish there for a little bit.
Yeah, you were.
That was my early years, early stages. I wasn't in boxes yet, so I probably didn't know about
it. It ain't because East. It's not
but since I've been around, it never has happened.
But it's not because East actually did anything wrong necessarily. I just, at that point, I didn't trust anybody with Craig.
We were pretty protective.
There's your confession. In the very beginning,
I'm okay with that because I came out of nowhere. And I expected that. I didn't
suspicious.
I said East was sketchy because listen, as soon as I noticed who the fuck she was, she had me blocked. I said, "Oh, you better tell that bitch don't block me." I was offended about that one. I said, "Why'd she show up and block me?"
I don't know what happened with that, but I don't know. I was just sitting back watching this stuff, and I just couldn't. I started praying about it because it was on my mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I just couldn't get it off my mind, and it was starting to affect me. And
And it
that's
was so
how.
crazy. It was so crazy because you had me blocked, but you were doing the same thing. And then I was on the phone with Lefty because Austin wouldn't listen. And I was like, we could have been working together, but he's had me blocked. And then we got threatened together, and that was kind of when we got close.
Mm-hmm.
Was when Brittany Ann
But
threatened us. That was funny as
I was
fuck.
just the God. I think God. And I asked Austin. I said, "Do you believe in God?" He said, "No, I don't really do that kind of shit." I said, "Well, I'm telling you," I
He
said, "I
used
don't know
to.
why this is on my heart." I said, "But God has put this on my heart." I said, "Because I couldn't eat or sleep right, just watching it happen, because Beverly had pulled a TBI report and paid $30 for it on Craig, and when it came back, and that's when the shit hit me. Like, these are he said, she said shit, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't. My daddy always told me, like, you see something, say something. And it was eating me alive, dude. I couldn't watch it anymore. I didn't get in this shit for clout. I didn't get in it for hatred. I literally just didn't want to see what I saw happen to another person on another false narrative. The same thing happened to Craig. That's why I got involved. It
Yeah.
was,
Well, here's the
people's like,
deal.
it's your hatred towards Brittany. It's
No.
not.
No.
Not.
Who the hell is Ernest T. Bass?
I have no idea.
I
I
don't
have
know. They
no
kind of have a lot
idea.
of. You know what's
That's because
funny
you're a
is
good
like for
person,
me.
East. I mean,
I mean,
you're a.
Sam used to trying to convince me that fucking Sam and Brittany were mentally ill junkies that couldn't even go to work every day. I mean, no, she ain't that fucking wrong, but
You're a
yeah.
strong ass bitch,
And
East. You are. You know
I'm
you
telling
fucking
you,
are.
that
You a tough bitch, but you're a fucking good fucking person, dude. Deep down at your core, you're a,
You
like
are.
you say, you're a Christian, but
I
you're a
mean,
fucking good person.
taking over Craig really caused a lot of disruption in my life, even in my real life,
Mm-hmm.
with people around me, because they were like, "Man, dude, you don't know this fuck this white guy," and I was like, "No, dude." And they were like, "It's starting to police. They're sending police to your house." I was like, "I don't care, dude. I know when I first talked to Craig, he was broken.
Yeah, he
Um,
was.
Mm-hmm. He was.
he,
Very much
you
He
so.
could hear it
was.
in his voice. He was a different. Craig is such a different person now from when the time I talked to him. Um,
Oh,
Craig was
thanks for the
fucked
gift, whoever
up.
did that.
Yeah, he was bad.
He didn't care about life or anything at that point. Craig was like there was no spark in him whatsoever.
No, he'd given
And
up.
He
he
had
didn't
given
know
up.
me from Adam and fucking Eve. And he called me. They were threatening him. Do not go to that live. Some man was calling him, which I'm still. I think it was Brittany's close friend. I'm not going to say the name, but I told him. I said, dude. I said, pray about it. I said, if you don't trust me, I said, you don't have to do this. I said, if you don't feel comfortable. And he said, no. He said, I don't know you, but I want to do it. He said, I've already prayed about it. And I was like, all right, Craig, let's go. I don't regret anything. I don't care that it caused disruption, and like it really caused a lot of chaos in my real life. I don't regret any of it. I was
No.
asked 3 months ago filling out paperwork, because that was a lot on my paperwork. I don't regret any of it. Any of it. I think it kind of discarded of a person that I already had issues with anyway in my real life, because they weren't comfortable with the cops coming to my home like that. And I get that.
I regret it didn't happen sooner, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well,
I feel that same way. Is like when they were
Well,
asking me, like especially in the
Ricky,
hospital,
I
they were
didn't know
like,
what to believe. I was like, you got to think, like,
I know.
I thought that girl done good things on this app. I thought
we
with
all
the
did.
Easy White situation, I thought, no. This girl, she does good things. She goes after real bad people, because Izzy
Some of
White
them,
is
yeah.
a shitty fucking person. So I couldn't wrap my head around, and I was made to. Do you know how horrible I was to Mac? Y'all do not know that. I was horrible to him. Fucking horrible. When he doxed me, I deserved it. I said some of the most horrendous shit to that man, because I thought he was on here threatening fucking a girl for no fucking reason. because that's what the narrative I was told.
Mm-hmm.
Like to hear Mac, I even asked Mac. I said, Mac, man, I asked you a question. The first time I talked to him, once he was incarcerated, I said, would you ever have hurt me in real life? And he said, no. I said, why didn't you tell me that I was being fed and all? He said, because I wanted you to learn for yourself. He said, I knew you weren't a bad person. I knew you would figure it out. Mac told me that.
Yeah, and he's
Right.
I
Here's my
said,
2 cents.
I said, did you want to hurt my family? He said, I would have never done nothing to your family. He said, I would have never hurt you in real life. He said, I would never tried to enter your real life like that. He doxed the fuck out. He's the one that put Amir's business out there. Mac did all that. He never once made a fucking move on it. He took my fucking account and doxed me. And then after that, he would, because I laughed, I had a barbecue. I had a 30 something thousand account when he took it. And I had a barbecue and I was like, oh, the little bitch took my account and I barbecued a whole bunch of steaks. And Mac just laughed at me. He said, I like her. He just laughed at me, but he knew I was coming after him and I didn't. So when somebody on the other side, I know I did the same thing, y'all. I was fed a false narrative on a guy. I did the same thing. I did some
I
horrible
just
shit to
didn't
Mac.
know. I didn't know where you were coming from and what your intentions were originally. I mean, that's the truth. But, here's my 2 cents. Even if you divorce everybody in this chat and you say to hell with all of you, AJ's still my nephew and I'm still going to spoil him because I got plans.
I love all y'all, but damn, like when somebody,
I think the real
I
meaning of
react hard because it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I'm not hard to talk to at all.
Nope.
People come to me about anything. I'm not hard to talk to. So it kind of throws me on. Like, what the? I ain't gonna say like people think I'm on the line with the different. I'm like this in real life, y'all. This is me.
And I just didn't want to get
I
caught
know
in the
I'm
middle
not for
between
everybody.
when you and Augie kind of went at it for a little bit. I just didn't want to get caught in it because I loved you both, so I just kind of backed the fuck off. You know what I mean?
But I think
Yeah.
that's part of the problem, East. I think that's part of the problem. The people that are in here, we're generally just who we are. There's other people on here that have this persona of being someone they're not.
Yep.
And they will do and go to any lengths to protect that persona.
Yep.
Instead of just being who the hell they are.
I don't get it.
You know who's the
We're all. I don't
I
get.
think
I will
half of
never
them
understand.
are either ashamed or they don't know who the fuck they are yet in life. No matter how old they are, they still ain't figured it out.
They're just miserable and want to portray themselves as something that they're not, make
Yeah.
themselves feel better.
I think
Yeah,
it's
no,
mostly
I can tell
that.
you that East is the same fucking person because I've had to talk to her like for too many hours to think that she's anything other than who the fuck she says she is. I've listened to this girl fucking cuss out police officers standing in her fucking living room. All right, like I said, GOP call me. I put him on 3-way. I said, shh, don't say a word. Listen, and we listened to her fucking tear these fucking police officers up, dude. It was great. But yeah, like I mean, I think that we've all kind of spent enough time, and I think that our issue was like there's just been so much going on with all of us for so long that like we have to be a little bit more forgiving with each other when we do fuck up because we've all been abused like fucking crazy by these people. But also like if we're fighting each other, then they're not getting the attention that we need for them to have, and that's like we want them to have their full disgusting shit on display, right? But if we're all fighting with each other, that just benefits them. It distracts everybody from what the fuck they're doing.
And 9 times out of 10, they throw a fucking wrench in the middle of everything to create to deflect off whatever fuck shit we're calling them out for. And it's like clockwork. They do it, and then when they can't get it the first time, they move right on to the next fucking thing that they can try to use to, get the fucking the scope off of them. And I'm sick of that shit. So we held on pretty tight, and just kept reminding each other what the fucking mission was when it came
like
to
Brittany, and as soon as like I got on the app, like it was like 2 days after I had just came back to the app, like or whenever y'all had that funeral, right? So Brittany Ann's excuse for saying that she like was making fun of me about being in the hospital and trying to unalive and stuff. Like, she said it was because I was over here participating in her fucking funeral where East had been talking about her daughter and talking about dismembering her. And I said, she never
We
said
weren't
none of those
even
things,
here.
first of all.
None of
And
that.
all
None
I
of
said,
that.
all I said
East
in the
never talked
comments
about her
was,
daughter.
and I told her, I said, I didn't think that was, I said, she didn't give you like a real like funeral for like your life. I was like, it was the fighting back and forth that they were saying
It
was
was her.
bad to.
It was her
Yeah,
character and the way she
exactly.
carries herself on this fucking app. It was to bury that fucking bullshit for 2025 and leave it the fuck there. And
And like
she
all
took
I
it to
had,
another extreme and made up lies. And
yeah,
so did
all I
Laura.
had, like her proof that I participated was because y'all said that it was the ghost of Brittany, and I said that's impossible. The bitch has to have a soul in order to be a ghost,
Mm-hmm.
and that was all she wrote. Like she
Do
thought it
y'all
was okay
know
to say
that
all this other stuff.
Max godson was unalived by the police? And
What?
do you know that they played that over and over again, and they put urns in
Wow.
their profile pictures with his name?
Those are sick
Wow.
So
bitches.
I felt like
That's sick.
set it laying a troll to rest, a
And
troll.
they got Scala back out here that did all that shit. They admitted that Scala was the one that got
That
a lot of
you
that shit from
think
the police
if I
and all
did
kinds
some
of stuff.
horrible
Sick.
shit to Brittany, you don't think Sassy Virgo and them would come after me?
1,000 fucking % in fucking no time. In
But
no
the thing
time.
is,
I'm
they were
just
all over
saying, y'all,
there reminiscing
they
on the
can
fuck
run
shit
with
they
this
did to
false
him.
narrative to the small little people. They got William Wallace really believing that we were going to chop her up and hack her up. Like nobody
What?
said that shit. That's
Dude,
What the
last
literally.
week he
fuck?
just
She
watched the
literally went and
fucking
told.
live.
Yes, he posted my son, dude, the other day because she went in there and she was like, "Yeah, they said they were going to hack me up. They brought my teen daughter into
Yep.
into the funeral.
What?
None of that
Fucking
happened, dude. None
lies.
of that
He
happened.
really believes that East was talking about Brittany's daughter. I said,
Yeah,
I've
no, she
never
and
done
wasn't.
they
that.
talk about blind followers, and they are the blindest fucking followers I have ever seen on this goddamn app.
Yep.
Never done that. It was just her getting somebody to do something gross to me that she wanted to do, but she won't do. That's
Yeah, but
all it
also,
was.
She won't do
can
it
I tell
herself
y'all,
now.
like, when she's telling you all this like horrible shit that was done to fucking Mac, they literally have been over there like with this guy Street Scala, who they're reminiscing on all the fuck shit that they did to Mac. Scala literally did all this shit that she's telling you. Like, he is a fucking disgusting motherfucker who actually lives in New Jersey. And he admits that he was doing all this shit, and they were giving him the fucking props and like talking about like all these things, like they did great things and stuff.
You
But
know
yet
what?
you
I
were
heard her
so afraid
lie.
of this man.
Mac did go to Scholar's house. He recorded himself
Well,
doing it.
we all did.
Yeah,
It's
so
fine because
that
Skylar
tripped
fucking
me out.
deserved
Like
that shit.
Brittany saying that he never did that, and he was like, "Yeah, I knew he wouldn't do nothing in real life." Yes, he did. And they talking about his addiction. Y'all pushed him to that, man. Y'all took every fucking thing, and that's what I thought was going to happen to Craig.
And you know what's
That's what
I
I
crazy
saw
figured.
it.
is like,
It was she called my phone and asked me about child custody laws in Tennessee. I said, "What do you mean?" And I hung up that phone because Beverly was always right there on three-way and she didn't know it. And I said, "She gonna take this man fucking kids, dude." And that's
Exactly.
when we
well,
started
Skylar's
pulling
the person.
TBIs on him and everything. Like, dude, is this motherfucker really fucking guilty of that? No.
When
And
I
we just
first met
watched
East,
how
like I was
broken
asking
he
her
was.
questions. Yeah, I was asking her questions about Mac and Scala, and I was so interested in that. And East was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because a lot of the things that I had said to Scala sounded like the shit that I had heard Mac say." And I was like, "I'm just curious because I had just found out, like, or I was thinking that that Sam and Brittany had known Scala and was actually friends with him because Brittany told me they never liked each other." And then that's when East was like, "No, they were friends," and so I knew I was fucking right then. And then like I was like stuck on that shit. And then watching them recently, like this guy is horrible. He has done like
He
so many
is.
fucking horrible things. I understand now why Mac went off the way he did. Skylar's the first person that called CPS on me. He threatened to unalive Jet every fucking day for almost 2 straight years.
That's
Like
horrible, dude.
he had
So
the
Brittany,
FBI
remember
like
Brittany even sent me the fucking plan, the parenting plan that DCS came up with because Scholar's the one that called Mac.
yeah,
And
and
he
Skylar
even
has a
said this
friend.
wasn't y'all. Mac says this wasn't y'all, that was Scholar. like, why would you think Mac would be okay with you hanging out and calling him every night and spend all night on the phone with him? Because Brittany would. She would spend all night on the phone with Mac, even though he had a gal. Brittany would spend all night on the phone with Mac. That should tell you huge things. Then she destroyed his fucking relationship. Fucking took his car. They fucking continue. They made fucking post up saying he sold his kids. They're still up, guys. You can go Google Ricky Cornelisi on Google and it will still pull up fucking new. It looks like almost like a fake news thing saying he sold his kids to predators online. I'm not kidding y'all.
Fucking horrendous.
I'm not kidding y'all. They went to his business and made the most horrible fucking reviews, blowed his phone up to the one he didn't know if it was a customer calling or somebody. Like, they did horrible shit to that guy. I cannot tell y'all all the shit they did. It was 3.5 years long and still going on. Still
And when
going on.
when I found out like Skylar was in that shit, like even Brittany tried to say recently, well not recently, but when the ex profile that was sharing on my private stuff, she tried to say it was Skylar. Only because she knew that me and Skylar like went head to head. I did run that man off. That's why he sits over there and pretends he don't know who the fuck I am. But he does know who I am. I helped a lot of women get restraining orders against him. And then he sat over there, he said, I've never been to jail. And they were all like, we'll take you for your word to. That man's got extortion charges. He fucking stalked ex co-workers. Fucking, he's an abusive piece of fucking shit. And they know that and they like him and they just want him back around because they've asked him multiple, I think 3 or 4 times
They
now
want
to
him
come
to go
take me
after
away.
you.
Huh? What'd you
They
say?
want him to go after you.
Yeah, they've been begging this guy to go after me. Knowing he's a fucking piece of shit. Like, that's how fucked up these women are. They don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yes, it's fucked up.
Nobody deserves to be fucking blasted, tortured, degraded, told that they should have accomplished what they started out to do. I mean, it's really fucking it's really quite a shame that there are people like that in the world, that we have to wake up and realize that they exist, and this is how they move, and they think that, you know, it's all a joke until it's not, you know, or it's all fucking fun and games until it's not, and then, you know, there's no repercussions. But I'm glad now that there will be. Absolutely, there are going to be repercussions for those fucking bitches doing what they did, and to get back and, you know, keep their hands clean and let other people do their dirty work, so that it wasn't, you know, from their account or whatever the fucking case may be that they were trying to pull.
Dude, and they also
on
got
all of
fucking
it.
Scala to be posting on his Facebook about Jade again and the shit that went down between him and Jade.
Fucking psycho, dude. Like, all
They
the
knew
time.
that. They knew calls fucking Scala, and maybe it's 2 birds, 1 stone. They want me and Jay to get attacked. Bitch, you got me fucked up. If you think I'm afraid of that little fucking wannabe damn hobbit. Okay, the guy's like 4 foot tall, crackhead for a day. His mama disowned him. All right, my friend did show up to his house and record his mama saying that she didn't love him. He was crazy and called the police. Like, this guy's kids are afraid of him. He's a fucking piece of shit. I'm not afraid of him. My fucking police department and his police department were fighting each other because they would call and complain on me for saying stuff to Scala like I was gonna give him a warm welcome and a cold body, and then they would be like, "We're not gonna do nothing to her because you're not doing nothing to him."
Yeah.
Like, he said the most disgusting stuff about Jet, like gross shit, horrible shit. And Brittany knows this. I sent her all these shit.
She don't give a fuck, though.
They don't.
That's the
They don't
crazy
care.
part. Like, no soul at all to care even about a child, but yet expects nobody to ever
Talk
bring
about
up
her.
hers. Well, you know, luckily we don't. We're not that way. I mean, I'm sure if she pissed somebody off enough, it's absolutely fucking maybe a thought that'll enter my mind for a moment. But that doesn't mean that I would stoop to that level and do that. It's not in me. And I've never seen East, who they keep accusing of this bullshit because they can't get their fucking facts straight, just continue to accuse her and say that she's done all these things when it's not, it's not her.
Oh yeah, East. Yesterday, fucking Sam was live, and she was like asking this girl if she was one of the Anons. I was like, y'all got to give that up. Don't bring them people back out. That's gonna be embarrassing.
That shit's wild to me. Fucking
They were
anon.
out.
Yeah, I mean, God works in mysterious ways, like we've all heard before, but God is good all the
All
time.
the time.
All the time. And everything is meant to be. And so I just kind of flow with how things are just developing in the way that, because I know that that's his design. It's the way it's supposed to be. And
Still have my brother pulled up on Skylar trying to fight him, and he wouldn't come out. Like, there's like, this has been a long time. I mean, it's not because of something simple. This guy was asking me if I've ever done things sexually to Jet.
that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
For them to even have had that thought from the beginning.
Exactly.
To even have
He fucking-
thought that speaks volumes.
He told my friend he was going to R. Kelly his 2-year-old.
My
Like,
God.
he was running around here just fucking threatening. He told my best friend Cece he was going to scalp her fucking son. Like,
The fuck?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
yeah, it was fucking gross. And then they were over there like celebrating and laughing, reminiscing on old times of all the fucked up things Skylar did to Mac. I was like, y'all are sick bitches.
God puts people in your path as a lesson or a blessing. That is 100% true.
Yep.
Yes,
What are you
he
saying,
does.
Sheila, if I can't hear you?
I said the good Lord puts people in your path as a lesson or a blessing.
Yep.
One of the two.
Facts.
Yes, he does.
Just gotta
Trying to
learn.
find out what this is. I know it's a lesson and probably a blessing, but Lord have mercy, this is confusing.
Which part?
Just all being in this shit show still for a year, like all of our paths crossing with Brittany and Sam, like, what's the fucking point? It's like, I know we're all like pretty badass and we're strong and we're fighters and stuff, but we've done a damn good job at holding our own against them, but like, when is
Where
it
does
going
it
to
end?
end, and is it going to be worth it when it does?
It's gonna, to be honest, she's gonna have to have to be held responsible legally for its end. And I'm not saying that in any malicious way, because Brittany could have walked away back in February. She knew
Yeah.
that with me. I would have never fucking said a word to her.
He could have walked away many times.
She's never gonna stop stalking and harassing us. Because she took a loss, even though she refuses to believe that. And even you got to think, even Boo said she feels like in her mind what she's doing is right. I don't know if that's true or what, but Brittany's gonna have to face legal consequences or civil repercussions before she ever goes away.
You better wake up, or she gonna end up in that 3x5 cell.
The cops are working on some stuff right now. They called us the other day. When was it? I don't know.
Yesterday.
2 days ago.
Day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on some stuff. Friday. They're supposed to call us back this week. They feel like Cody Cook lost enough, and they just want to hold the citizen responsible that passed around the fake warrant in the NCIC. They actually want to hold two of them responsible, the one that lives in their county, and then the county is going to start working with the state to hold the other one responsible.
I'm going to send you this proof, though. I've got proof of them all in a Discord together planning to do that shit. So I'm
Really?
going to go ahead. Yeah. I was mad at you at the time, and I didn't send it to you, but I did send some of it to Craig. But then, like, I don't think Craig realized what it was, so I'm gonna send it to you so you can send it to him because I forgot.
Hey.
You just said that.
Augie, what all?
Huh?
How many all?
A lot of people are in there where they're like literally planning on harassing Craig and reporting him and all this stuff. They were very mad. They said they needed more men to do it. They wanted more men to go after or to to go and complain to that officer or to that police department because they felt like if more men said something, then maybe they'd listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But them just like planning and plotting together to go after Craig in a Discord and have them in there for months, that they're fucked.
Yeah.
Their
I
whole
still
thing of like
think
not targeting him and harassing him and sending people to do it, it's a lie.
I still think, and I always will, that Courtney was a setup.
Yeah.
1,000%. I'll never waver from that either.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Courtney's gone for a reason. Courtney is not in no comments.
Oh, she fucking jumped fucking fences immediately after it
What is
fucking
she
came out
doing?
about that cop.
They threw her to the fucking wolves.
Yeah, they did, and I expected it.
And
She was a good
no,
woman.
not only that, and throw her to the wolves. You gotta think Courtney was personal friends with Cody Cook. I found out later they grew up together. Their
And her
families
fucking
all knew
probation
each other.
officer.
Yeah.
The probation
That's the
officer was friends
case,
with them all
then
too. Mm-hmm.
yeah, she knew exactly who she was talking with.
That's why they all lost their shit whenever I emailed his fucking probation officer. I could have been mean and done worse to her, but I didn't. I had genuine questions. And then they tried to make it out like I was harassing and stalking her for so long. But you know what? I didn't. I don't give a fuck about Courtney. I had questions about the comments they all made regarding Craig. And now, honestly, the fact that that email was sent helps so much because Craig now can prove that her fucking probation officer was very aware of this entire shit for months, like months prior before anybody found anything out about Cody. Like, she can't deny that. The probation office can't deny it. Courtney can't.
Yeah, but
Like,
I
they
think the
knew.
whole situation with her was a setup before they ever even met.
Great. I agree. Just like I think Austin was targeted too. I think
Yeah.
that
And I think it all had something to do with Tex as well.
I actually think
And
that
Cat.
I think Austin's baby mama's had an axe to grind with him, but I'm not sure who would have gotten
No, I
Brittany and
think
Craig.
I can be honest with you. I think it had something to do with Tex.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't even know what that was.
They couldn't get to Austin because they couldn't get through Craig, so they had to take Craig down to get to Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was because he went at Tex and Craig. Tex and Cat. They've done it every single time those people.
Well, he only did that because Sam and Aaron D put him up to it.
Exactly, but the point was every single time they go at people for that. That's their group. So's Charles.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh,
watch them. Pay attention. You've got President Kit Kat. You've got Tex. You've got Brittany Ann. You've got Sam. You've got.
They're not friends anymore because they don't like the fact that they're platforming, not no more, because they've been platforming Paris. Kat made a video about it.
Yeah, but that's another part. Okay, if these are all people that started out together.
I tried to explain to them in the beginning, like, are y'all not done? Y'all been doing this to each other for fucking years, and you keep bringing all these innocent people in it? It's fucking weird.
Look, this all, and I'm gonna be honest, Lizzie, they went at Lizzie, okay, over everybody came back from a meet and greet, okay, and Lizzie was there. And they were going at her for drinking and CPS. They did all this stuff to her. Okay. Now they're still doing it. They did it to Sam. They did it to Aaron D. But these are all people that hung out together at one point. It's what I've been saying from the
I think they're
beginning.
all trying to like cover each other's secrets.
Well,
That's
you've got Joe
something they did
Campbell.
like years and
Do
years
you
ago.
remember? Wait, Augie, do you remember when Craig made that video where he was looking down at Joe Campbell like he's a garden gnome?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of their people.
Oh,
Joe Campbell is one that went at him.
You know what's crazy? The phone that Austin got sent, everybody was thinking that it was about Brittany Sam. It was actually
It is.
about Army Sam.
No, it's about Brittany.
No, because I made Austin go through the phone. And
Well,
we searched
it's
for the name
also-
Sam and Brittany, so it was a different phone. But that's the thing, like it's the same drama.
Yeah. And it all deals with Mel. Remember the Mel bill?
Yeah, fucking Army Sam's best friend.
Uh-huh. Now, they did the bill for harassment because that woman committed suicide.
They blamed Army Sam, or Army Sam blamed Kat, Tex, Brittany, and Sam for it.
Yeah. And that's her supposed best friend.
Yep.
Now, this has been going on since before COVID. Since Trump was in office, running for office the second time.
Thank you, Sassy.
You're welcome.
To be honest.
Even for this has been going on since 2020.
Oh, even longer than that, darling.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, definitely longer than that. But
It's
people
been
that
going on
confirmed-
6 years.
There's people that like left the app and shit that won't even come back around because of all this stuff. Like it's been going on for a long
Yeah,
time.
6 years. And they didn't just start with Mac. And they've raked each other over the coals from day one.
You remember Bro?
Yeah. You remember Brando? That's another one.
I do.
That's another one that they went at. Brian Carlson. Is that another one for y'all?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but
went to,
Carol
he
gets it.
went
Who
to
was
jail.
it that had Austin
He's
going
in
after
jail,
Brian
yeah.
Carlson?
Well, Brian
Who- what'd you
Carson's
say,
in
Yaya?
jail, so is his mother.
Didn't Austin go after Brian Carlson? I know.
Yeah.
No, Igloo did.
Yeah, I know it was Igloo.
Igloo did.
Yeah, it wasn't Austin. Austin never touched the Brian Carlson thing.
Okay.
No. But that's also, he's in Canada, so that would have been a better way for him anyway.
They went after Misfit Patriot. They did fucked up things. to
Yeah,
Misfit.
they attacked Misfit Patriot. And Paris is good friends with him.
Mom
I
was
mean,
arrested.
damn. Would you personally, ladies, all right, you all are second wives. Let's just say you've got a stepchild. They literally paid for a lawyer for Paris's bio mom of her stepchild.
Funny was still up. Like he'd still find it. It's crazy.
They took a GoFundMe out.
Yeah, Sam did. She like raised money to go after
And
Paris.
the
And Paris is
reason
still
reason Aaron D is so upset right now, they took out the GoFundMe of her son,
Who did?
Charles, his girlfriend, Joe Campbell, some of these others, and they're even making T-shirts saying Miles the Brave.
But why be so upset that you take it out on us?
They're
Like,
doing
went
it
from 0
to
to
make
100.
money. They're doing it to make money for them, not for the kid.
oh fuck!
Yeah.
And
Scamming
all of
money.
us collectively, day
Scammers.
after day after day, reached out to her. You know, showering her with prayers for her and for her son.
No. Aaron's saying, take it down, take it down, take it down, and they won't do it.
Why are they so pressed over Aaron?
That's what I'm saying. It's another person they've attacked.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, Army Sam is one they attacked. Aaron D was one they attacked. Paris is one they've attacked. Y'all may not know her, but she went by Glitter Savage or
Oh yeah.
Jessica or shit, I can't remember all of the ones that she
I don't
went
really
by.
know her at all, but I do know her
But
name.
she was Paris's best friend for a while. And they went at her. Then there's another one by the name of Karen that keeps going after Izzy and Aaron D and some of the others. Mary, Break Check Mary, y'all have seen her in here.
Mm-hmm.
She was in that group at one point. She got away from it. But these are all people that Tex and Kat knew. And yeah, your do you remember the podcast
Yep.
with Austin?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they did the opposite podcast on the same side.
Yep.
All the people that were in the bottom have been avid followers of Kat and Tex for years. Don't know why, but they have. And a lot of them went to this meet and greet in Florida, which was at Morris's house too. They done 2 of them. It's all conservative meet and greets.
Doesn't really paint conservatives in a great light, then, does it?
No.
Not really.
And they literally rented a yacht one night,
Yeah.
one time. They were all renting a yacht to meet upon.
Wow.
And this was a full weekend. Because I even planned on going. And they did this. They've done it to people for years. It's not just, and I said it, you see one go after a male or one go after a female. They section them off. Brittany Ann wants to go after the males because, oh, she's more hard? Really? Or does Sam want to keep her hands clean and only go after the women? It's just an idea.
I see there's body cam coming with that. I just still gotta retract. All this
But-
shit.
Girl, I can't
Yeah.
fucking wait for that shit. I can't
The
fucking
cops
wait for
just
that body cam.
It's late at night. They just sent me an email on the FOIA on Paris.
They
Huh.
did?
That's the email I just sent you.
Oh, is that what
Is
Yeah,
that
they
the
said they're
FOIA
still
that,
working on the body cam footage. They fucking text me at 2:30 in the morning.
Damn,
it
let me look at
freaking
it.
out
Something
about, was that about the,
Yeah, October the 9th is when she called the cops on me. They just
That's
answered
what
the
I'm saying.
FOIA. She said she
Y'all know
called.
that I am.
It says on that she called and asked that I was sending people to her house to take photos, and law enforcement said, he said, "Is it legal?" And it says, it depends. Did she come in your yard?" No, there wasn't nothing done illegal. And but the cop told me from St. John's, he said, this is being recorded on my body cam. You
You
can
mean
request a
St.
FOIA on it.
Augustine?
Yeah, but it's St. John's County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that happened.
Yeah, I got it. They just they retracted the. He said, well, I'm still retracting the body cam footage. He said, but they told me. They said she called in. And she's panicking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it had just happened. It was months prior, and it was
Like
actually
she
somebody
was
that lives
afraid
in
for
her.
her life.
It was somebody that lives there.
like she was afraid for her life.
One of her neighbors. Small world.
Why was she
The
so
day
weird?
that they were realized that they were neighbors, Paris was in her garage, live in the garage, screaming and shit about shit. That's how they found out. They were like, the live they're holding on you right now is my fucking neighbor. The people messaged me. It was crazy. Anyway,
Beautiful
I think
large
I'm fixing to go to
network.
bed, guys. Yeah, get
Okay.
up.
Okay, girlfriend.
Sassy, if you want to stay up, go do a live. I'll jump in your box for a little bit, but I ain't staying long.
Yeah,
You probably got to get up too, don't you? Take your daddy everywhere tomorrow.
fucking fortunately.
You better beat that weather, Sassy.
I know.
Yeah,
I
no
was watching
shit, man.
the news a minute ago and it's just getting fucking worse.
Well, they're
Yeah, it's
actually,
gonna
I
be
was
hell
looking at
tomorrow.
y'all's,
Moving more
they're
north.
calling for ice really for y'all's area where
Yes.
y'all won't be able
Yeah.
to, yeah,
And
calling for
Powell
loads of
gets
ice.
like a
They have
Yeah,
told
and
motherfucker.
us
I'm worried about
several
you.
times.
Do what?
Now we're supposed to be getting snow too, so
What, really? Everybody, they're saying
Yeah.
that, man, y'all know the store didn't have no fucking lunch meat, milk, eggs, bread, nothing.
I
I
can't
ordered
stand it
mine
for you
tonight. That's
motherfuckers
what they
out here.
said,
Produce.
son.
AJ, literally, I wanted to get AJ some apples, and I was like, he better hold on to the apples you got because all they got
They're
is
out of
green fucking
stock.
bananas.
Damn.
Huh?
y'all better get canned goods and
Oh,
non
honey, I kid you not. There was
perishables
enough
because
things that I had
if
on my
He
electricity
will,
list
goes
my,
out,
that's my
with saying
thing. Amir
can.
will Amir has change for the truck tires. We're like, in Tennessee, we're prepared for it.
it's good. Y'all
He
got a
has some
generator?
badass chains, actually. One of the customers got them for us last year.
Y'all got a
They're
generator?
easy to put on and everything. Yeah, we got a generator too.
Good.
That's the one thing I don't have is I have a
Yeah.
generator. I have 2 plugs that are regular plugs that like what you would find in your house on the wall. I have 2 of those in my truck so I can take stuff out there. I can obviously charge my phone, whatever,
Well,
but
mine's an old one, but it still works. It's from my dad's.
yeah, I don't know. My
Did
dad
everybody
has
go
one,
with
so
their
I gotta
cars
make sure
today?
he's straight
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that's what my mom said. I was like, it's old. She was like, they're the reliables. You better keep that motherfucker. It starts every time you pull it.
Yeah,
And I was like,
the original, the OGs are the ones that are always working the best compared to all the new shit.
Did everybody fill up their
Kawasaki.
cars today and get a full tank of gas?
Yeah.
And I also
Y'all
want
can
to.
get some gas for the generator, just in case.
All right, y'all. I love y'all.
I
I'm going to
expect
bed.
you
I'll
to
see
have
y'all
one.
tomorrow around lunchtime.
Love y'all too, man.
Love y'all.
Y'all